Good morning. Hello, Mr. Joseph Trades here. Hope everybody's doing good. I'm gonna show this to you. This is not financial advice, education and entertainment purposes only. Well, we got that out of the way. Welcome. We're here for a post-FOMC Thursday. Man, had some good moves yesterday in the overnight session. Wow, wish we could get that kind of action during the normal session, but sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. All right, let's drill down and see what we're looking at. I always like to start with a 4-hour chart. So, what do we have here? Well, we've got price still with a bullish high time frame bias. This is a 4-hour chart of the MNQ. My up bars are white, my down bars are gray on this chart. You can see we've got an area of resistance framed around here. After price took this swing high, it's tested it several times. And each time it's tested it, you can see selling has occurred. Similarly, when price broke above this little market structure, we seem to have an area of support that's developed, which every time it's been tested has resulted in buying so far. So you can see that a little better if I zoom in on it. Check it out. See those long lower wicks? They indicate buying. See those long upper wicks? They indicate selling. Okay, so what else do we have on this chart? This is the 4-hour, remember? My big picture chart. It gives me my high time frame bias. All right, we've got yesterday's session high. I call it the prior session high. That happened at about 25,869.75. Every day before the markets open, I mark up my levels. Key levels are an important component of my trading style. Let's see, the prior session low from yesterday, let's see, it was 25,528.25. Right now, price is just around, it's around the middle of the prior session high and prior session low. In general, there's a saying, don't diddle in the middle. So you want to buy low and sell high when we're in a range environment, which, as you can see by the resistance and support levels that we seem to have, those would be places to look for higher probability situations. Let's drill down to the 15-minute, okay? 15 minutes, a very useful chart. It filters out a lot of noise from the 5-minute, which is actually my primary execution time frame. And you can see this is yesterday's price action. Obviously at 2 o'clock we had the FOMC, and look at the volatility after that. I mean, just huge moves. This was wow, nearly a 200-point candle right there. That was at 245. But hard to place a proper stop loss on something like that. Down here, this red line, this shows the average true range of the candles. And so this number gives the value. So right now, the average true range is 2933, which is, you know, that's a more reasonably sized candle for a 15-minute chart. You can trade with a little more intelligent stop loss with something like that, as opposed to when the Fed made their announcement, it was 70. The average true range was about 70. So, you know, you do the math. If you're trading a micro and you put the stop above or below the bar, immediately, you know, you're facing, you know, $140 worth of risk. That's just one micro. Got my special trading mug here on a, well, we have a sunnier day, it looks like today here in North Georgia. I can still tell just by looking out there that it's cold. I mean, it looks like cold sunlight, the way the shadows are. Man, this looks cold. I'm glad I'm in my nice thick robe. Very fortunate for that. Let's get back to business, shall we? So yesterday, this is the price action we had most of the day. It was a lot of waiting until 2 when the Fed made an announcement. There were a lot of overlapping bodied bars. You know, the majority of the day was a real tight, choppy range. You could have caught a few moves back to value. What do I mean by that? Well, value levels are things like the VWAP and the EMA. This is on the 200. This is on the 15-minute chart. That's my 200 EMA. So price tends to like to hang around value, which makes sense because the market is really designed to match buy and sell orders. So when things get out of balance, like right here, look how far the market got down after it tested this pivot point. Then it only makes sense that price will again seek value. So, hey, Dr. Newman, welcome, welcome. Just discussing how yesterday price was, this is the 15-minute chart, just looking at the overlapping bodies of these candles and how everybody was pretty much waiting for the 2 o'clock announcement, and how price tends to remain around value, meaning moving averages and VWAPs, and when it gets out of value, that's where your good opportunities for reversals can be. So for instance, when price tested this pivot point level at about 11 o'clock yesterday, which coincidentally is a time when reversals can happen, 11 to 11:15. It's very common for reversals to happen. Well, it just so happened that after that, price did indeed return to the VWAP. Today is redemption day. Well, I'll tell you what, I didn't wait for today. You know about my troubles with my algo. Well, the guy fixed those last night. Now I've got a few more things, but that's okay. They're very minor compared to what was going on. But let me give you guys a little backstory first. I have an automated strategy that I run, and it's not quite, let's say, flawless yet. And yesterday when I woke up to see a little over $1,000 in losses on real money because of some rules that had not been perfected. So I was not in a good frame of mind yesterday on the stream. You might have been able to tell that maybe by my demeanor, facial expressions, what have you. But the bottom line is, he did fix those late last night. He gave me the update. Now, of course, there's some more issues, but they pale in comparison to what they were. But what I did was I saw price moving well in the overnight last night. See, compared to how price was moving in the overnight last night, look at those candles. Those bodies do not overlap. There's like impulsive movement. So when I see impulsive movement, that indicates momentum, and I was able to catch some momentum on some of my accounts. So let me show you what I did. And this was last night. Let me drag this screen over here. Keep in mind, this was after blowing my other funded accounts. So currently I only have 2 accounts, but one of them I passed last night. You only have to get to 53,000. I got to 53,487. So I'm waiting for that one to be turned into, a pro account, which is where you can actually earn payouts. But I passed that one last night. And then this one I'm close. I'm only a little over 400 away. But with Take Profit Trader, you can't make more than 50% of the goal in one session. And so since last night I caught some impulse moves, I made 1369. And the day goes till 5 o'clock today, so I really don't need to trade either of those. If I do, I risk giving back some of the gains, and if I win, then I risk going over the $1,500 buffer. So I'm leaving those be. Again, I passed this one. That's good news. Seeing as how my algo blew a few others yesterday morning. That's why I was a little grumpy. But again, the algo's getting very close. I'm getting very, very optimistic about it. So yeah, today I'm just trading a sim account on NinjaTrader. See, sim. So there's nothing at stake. But what I am going to do is try to be disciplined and trade as if it was, a real account, because I don't want to just clown around and practice bad things. That's not a good thing to do. When you trade discretionary, meaning you don't have something automated going on, every time you do something, you reinforce that behavior. So I want to enforce proper behaviors, because when I do this stream, I'm not showing you guys the automated stuff. I'm showing you, how you were doing it if you're just looking at the chart and making decisions in real time. And when you do that, you really need to focus only on the best situations and use the proper sizing. Well, that works for some people, sure enough. For me, it's a matter of statistics. I find that in the first 15 minutes, you can get a lot of really great opportunities. Has it worked out the past 2 days? No, but that doesn't discount the hundreds of times it has in the past. So I'm not really scared of the first 15 minutes. I embrace the volatility. My key, the key to not being a clown is using proper sizing. Now, if you were to use a mini or two in the first 15 minutes, that might be a little comical. But if I, for example, let's look at something that's likely in the first 15 minutes today. Is there anything likely? I don't know. Let's take a look. So if I were going to trade in the first 15 minutes today, what are some things that would make sense? Well, let's check it out. So again, this is your 15-minute chart. When the market first opens, what are some levels that it could test very quickly? Well, it could test this pivot point above. It could test this pivot point below. Let's see. Neither of those are very far away, and they both make sense. The issue, of course, for me, when I look at this, is not the time of the day. It's the fact that right now we're in a little range. You see these 15-minute chart, these 15-minute bars, they're sort of overlapping right here. So anytime you're in a range, you have to assume that most times the breakout from the range will fail, but about a fifth of the time they'll succeed. So when the market opens in about a minute, we may see an immediate dump here or a pop up here. Let's see what happens. We've got about 38 seconds. If we get a dump down here, we could get an immediate reversal back to the 200 EMA. But I don't really like this choppy action. So the way I'm going to avoid being a clown is to use proper size and just see what happens. But I'm not scared of the first 15 minutes. When you use proper size and accept the odds, there's no reason to be. Actually, it's probably one of the best times to trade. Here we go. Market's about to open. Let's see what we have. Does it immediately test that pivot or does it stay in the range? Let's see. See what the market does here. Ranges act like magnets too. When price is in a range, it tends to be drawn to it. But in this case, looks like it might want to test this pivot and VWAP area. But let's see. Well, selling coming in. See, I think they're going to test it. Keep going. Let's see. Yep. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not afraid of the first 15 minutes at all because, you know, you could have shorted to that pivot and VWAP and you'd already be done for the day. Now let's look at the 5-minute chart. When you have a climax like this, you're probably going to get an opportunity. Okay, I bet it tests this VWAP and then makes a reversal up. You don't want to be early. It might not get down there, but if it does, I'm going to look to go long for a reversal to the 21 at 648. Okay, it just tested it. All right. I'm going to place an order at 25,620 for reversal back to the 200, anticipating buying going on. I'll go ahead and place my order. I'm going to try to get about 20 points. I'm going to place it a little lower. I feel pretty good about this. Let's see what happens. Look at all that buying. Let's see. Buying happened on the, yeah, okay. We're going to target the 41. Let's see. Still 2.5 minutes left in the bar. Yeah, this is an aggressive entry right here, but we'll see. Might stop me out. It did. No problem. Now we wait and see. I should have waited till it closed, but that's okay. Still 2.5 minutes. Now watch it go back up. Take a look. It's hard to wait for the candle to close. I'm going to get back in. I think it's going to still test the 200. Ideally, you want to wait for signal candles to close. Sometimes it's tough. See if they keep buying it, if they keep dumping it. Minute left. Are they going to take it back up to the 200? Or sell it down? Okay. Where could it go next? This candle's about to close. Might want to test the prior session low. Okay, I think they want to take it back up. $640 would be my take profit. Okay. I think they're gonna take it. Let's see. This is for a reversal back to the 200 EMA. If it gets tagged in, we'll see if it does or not. There might be continued selling. Three minutes to go in this candle. Remember, markets like to return to value. So this trade is based on that premise. Now there's a chance it can continue lower. Anything can really happen, but in the first half hour, you get lots of strong reversals. So I'm thinking it's gonna have a chance to reverse back to the 200 EMA. See, this is the 200 we're looking at. I mean the 15-minute we're looking at. See how there was buying at the VWAP? So at the open, it tested this pivot point in this VWAP. Here comes some buying. Show you a little better. See if it pops back up to the 200. Comes some buyers. I better get ready to adjust my stops. Okay. I'm gonna go up. Yeah, this is gonna be good. I think. Let's see. Looking good. I'll put my stop beneath the entry candle. Now, this will either be a huge disappointment or it'll go back to the value. I'm thinking it wants to return to just below that 200. Let's see. This is still an early entry because there are 6 minutes left in this candle. And it might be that bears come in and take out all those who just got in, which would mean yet another loss for Mr. Joseph Trades. But it wouldn't surprise me to see price come up and retest the 200. Go back to the Ninja Trader here. Now we wait and watch. "45 seconds left. Uh-oh. Do they want to take it higher to the 200 or do they want to keep running it lower? They might want to take it lower. Let's see. This is looking like a short situation unless it really turns around. Yeah, about to get stopped out. but it's still reversed though. We'll see. We shall see. But look at all the selling that happened right there. Not looking good. It's like a giant bear flag now. About to take me out, possibly. Probably. We need some participants to come in and take it back to value at the 200 EMA. But it looks like bearish participants might want to drive it lower. We shall see. Come some buyers. Let's see if they can pop it up real quick. Or if it gets smacked down. If it goes lower, it might rotate down to this area. All right, stopped out. Yet another loss. Been a tough week for Mr. Joseph Trades on the discretionary side. But I haven't really been waiting till things close like I should. That's why I got punished on that one. Look at this. Now we're gonna get back in for a third entry. We're gonna go big. I bet it pops up. Okay. We got 21 micros on for a pop up to the 200 EMA. Let's see if we get it. Now look, all the ones who went short there are feeling the pain. See, the market exists to give pain to as many people as possible. All right, let's see if we can get that pop to the 200. Get all that buying. This is actually comical how it's flopping around like this. Why not? A minute and 11. One minute left. Let's see. If we get tagged in, I'm gonna have my profit about 38, I think. It'll be fine. Be near the top of this bearish candle. Three seconds left. A lot of indecision on this one. They're gonna keep running it lower or take it up. check it out. Sort of in some chop now. Imagine that. What would make sense? Whoa, look at that. Now watch it reverse back up. Okay, I'm gonna, for the heck of it, I'm gonna oh no, there's too much buying going on. So say you went short below this candle, and yet now you want follow through, but what do you get? You get buying. See how that first 15-minute candle printed. I'm thinking what might happen is we're going to get a bullish close on this one, then the rotation higher. It's a possibility. Of course, it might just keep dumping. All right, I'm going to go short. Immediately. Look at that. Immediately upon going short, there was buying. All right, let me lower my take profit to the psych level. Maybe it'll test this psych level. I'm gonna put my stop above this candle. Psych levels can be important. Let's see if it gets there. We go big. Got 28 micros on. Keep in mind, this is a sim account. I would never do this with live money. Does it get to the psych level or does it reverse on me? Let's see. Punch it down. Run it by. There we go. Come on down. Uh-oh. Come on, bears. Take it to that psych level. Then reverse. That would be what you want to see. Got about a minute left in this candle. And it looks like it's sort of stalling. I don't like the way it's doing it. We need to pop down to the psych level. There you go. Keep going. Keep it going. Pop it down. Pop it down. There you go. Come on. A few more points. There we go. Well, that one worked. Let's prepare for the next trade. What if it keeps going down to this pivot point? I'm going to place another trade order right about here. They anticipate a move down to the next psych level. See. What are psych levels? Round numbers. So since it just tested the 500 level, Now let's see if buyers come in or if they want to push it to the next psych level down, which would be 400s. Alright. Looks like they want to take the price a little lower. We're going to have a monster size on it again because this is only a sim account. I'm not messing with my real accounts today because I can't. They're already too profitable for the day. If I make more than what take profit allows, I'll have to make more in profit to get them passed, so I'm not fooling with it. So today's just sort of a fun day, being very aggressive. Uh-oh. Gonna get a reversal? If we get a reversal, that could be a huge move up. We'll see. Time will tell. Can't do it. Ready. Go for it. We're gonna get a reversal, looks like, but we're gonna do this one properly. In the interest of being disciplined. Maybe not. Maybe it won't reverse. Maybe it'll keep selling. But do you see that low wick? There's some buying going on. It would not surprise me at all if one of two things happened. A, either we get a further dump to the next psych level of about 400, okay? That's one thing that would not be surprising. Or B, we get some buying at around the 500 that it just tested in a reversal higher. Either one of those are possibilities at this point. Look at all the liquidity on this bear candle that there is to frustrate. But at the same time, they might want to take it down to the next one. Let's see. We're about to get tagged in for another monster short. See what happens. Man. Take it down to the next psych level. Let's go. We get tagged in looking for a test of the 400s. The minute left. Certainly selling, but remember the overall time frame is still bullish. So I'll put my stop above that candle. And let's see if we get continuation or if it reverses. Do the sellers want to take it down to the next psych level, or do they want to buy it? Let's see. Like they might want to test the next psych level, but we shall see. It's off to a good start. Doesn't mean anything until it reaches the take profit. So why did I go short? Because there's a psych level and another pivot point. Now, keep in mind, where's my pain? My pain is above the candle I just went short at. So they might come for it. I'm about to be in a world of pain. I'm gonna keep my stop though. It's okay. This is just a sim account, being very aggressive, just playing around. Let's see if I get stopped out. Look at the 15-minute, and then I'll come back to this. Not only do you have this pivot and psych level, you've got the overnight low down here. So there are a lot of magnets down here, but at the same time, you see the bodies of these candles, they just got tested. I didn't even notice that. I might have avoided taking the short, but it could still work out. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see what happens. That's all you can do. Maybe they dump it. Looking pretty good so far. See if they can continue it and finish the job. Needs about another 20 points or so. Got 21 micros on, only because I'm in a sim account. If I was trading this on a real account, I'd have about 1 or 2, but oh yeah, let's push it down. There we go. Keep going, keep going. Come on. Don't be afraid to take it low. I think I'm gonna move my stop to above this candle now. But I think it's gonna hit it. Come on down, you can do it. How low did it get it? It must have gotten to within a point or 2. Come on, flush it down. Come on. The hardest part for me is staying in when it's so close. Take that psych level. I don't like this buy-in coming on. I'm gonna take my profit and watch it's gonna dump. Just don't like how it's messing around right there. I would have liked to have seen it fully flush. See, glad I took my profit, now it's reversing. Of course now it's gonna dump, right? Take a look at the action. Remember, my original take profit was 402. With my idea of it getting down to the psych level, I like to front run my targets by about 2 points. And since the psych level is 400, I had a buy to cover order at 402 and a quarter. There's also pivot point down here, and there's also an overnight low. So there are a lot of magnets for price to get drawn to. Right now it's just sort of messing around. It messed around too much, and now it's gonna probably pop down. Yeah. Looking bearish now. Now they're gonna take it. Probably to the pivot point. All right, see, I got out too early. Just goes to show you how much the fear of loss affects you even when you're trading with a sim account. I mean, you know, just the way it is. Almost got the 10 o'clock shot coming up. Might get a reversal back to the EMA now. Let's see. I think price wants to finish testing these levels first. Then I'm gonna look for a reversal higher. Okay, just took that pivot point. Does it continue to test the overnight low, or are we getting set up for a reversal? This is the 15-minute chart. I think we're going to be set up for a reversal here pretty soon. A monster reversal. I'm talking a monster. If this sets up right, this is what I call an A+ reversal. Why do I call it an A+ reversal? Because the higher time frame is bullish. Look, we might still get a test of the EMA on this 4-hour chart before it's all said and done. But it might not give us that opportunity. That's not too much further down. And the EMA on the 4-hour is a very strong magnet. See? I'm gonna place another order to go short about 57. If it dumps there, it's probably gonna reach the EMA on the 4-hour. So let's see. But I'm thinking that it's likely it's one of two things. Either we're gonna get that flush to the EMA on the 4-hour, or this is gonna be an A+ reversal. And a lot of times at 10 o'clock, reversals happen. So it would not surprise me whatsoever to see this turn into an A+ reversal situation. All right, you want to wait until the candle closes, but in case it pops up, I'm going to put a buy stop at 463.25. Just in case it pops up. It could keep rotating down. But I'll tell you this, if it tests the EMA on the 4-hour and we get a reversal signal, that would be an A++ reversal. You can see the video later. Awesome. Works. All right, we might get a reversal here. Okay. Looking strong. We get tagged in, our target is gonna be, wow, it's a lot of room. Target's gonna be the VWAP at 53 if we get tagged in, okay? 53. About 100 points. Let's see if it tags us in. We've still got a minute and 27 seconds. A lot of times at 10 o'clock, these reversals happen. So thinking this is a possibility. Let's see though. A minute left. We're gonna pop it back. This would be an A+ reversal situation. Think we're gonna get tagged in? Yep, let me put my take profit up here a little bit, like 53, and put my stop beneath the entry candle. In these final 41 seconds, I want to see buyers step up and keep taking it. What I really want to see. Now, they could also, the sellers could come in and knock it right back down. And ideally, I would have wanted to wait until this signal candle closed, but again, I'm being very aggressive today because this is nothing more than a sim account. Looking pretty good. Let's see if they can pop it up though. See. Or do they make a little range down here? I'd like to see him take all of this liquidity. You see these big bear candles? That's a lot of liquidity that can be taken. Now, where is more liquidity? Beneath people who just went long like me. But let's see. If it starts moving, I'm gonna add in about right here. Okay. So far, so good. Let's see if it can continue. I can't really complain with how this has started. But will it continue this way? That's the question. There are times where you'll get a reversal like this off of a key level, and it will then make a double bottom. In fact, that occurs quite a bit. So that's another risk I face with this. But given the context of some magnets that are above, we can keep seeking buy-side liquidity. We might have a monster trade here. Let's see. All right, looking real good. Already 20 points in profit. See if they can keep popping it up. 3 minutes left to go in this candle. That's my entry candle. This is a runner position. I'm trying to get it to run all the way back to just before the VWAP. You see where the VWAP is? Let's change it to 50. That'll be my target, 50. See that? All right. Let's see if we can get a test of the VWAP all the way. Looking good. Keep it going. So far we're 42 points in profit. See if it can pop it all the way to the VWAP. Looking good. My goal will be to stay in this the whole time. 54 points in profit. Okay, keep it going, keep it going. Remember, I said this was an A+ reversal setup. And I'm gonna make this risk-free now for this initial component, this initial position. If we get tagged in, I'm expecting a pump up to the VWAP in short order. Already 58 points in profit. All right, let's see if it can take it. Take it to the VWAP. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. About 10 more points. Got 21 micros on. Remember, this is only an a sim account. Come on, bulls, pop it up to that VWAP. 30 points. Pop it. Don't let those sellers come back. Let's go. This is an A+ reversal situation from the pivot point. I've got 21 micros on and my target is just beneath the VWAP. Let's see if it gets up there. We've already got 32 points of profit. Now my challenge is holding for this final burst. Let's see if it gets there. About 10 more points. Come on, you know you want to. Let's go, pop it up. Uh-oh, don't let those sellers come in. Don't do that. Look at the 5 minute. See, thinking it wants to test right beneath the VWAP. Let's change our take profit to 49. Okay, it is at 49. Get it to 49.25. No, as mentioned many times, this is on a sim account. There's nothing realistic about this sizing whatsoever. But like I said at the top of the stream, last night in the overnight, there were some excellent moves. I'm talking excellent. So the take profit evals that I had, I made my allotment for the day and I can't trade them anymore. So this is what I have to work with. All right. What would be a heartbreaker would be if it reversed, you know, but the odds are that it will get to that VWAP and probably above, but you know, odds are odds. Sometimes they don't work, most of the time they do. Let's see what happens here. We just need bulls to pop it about 15 more. Yeah, but when I play, it's not as entertaining. That's the issue I've thought about. Like, not a lot of people want to see me on the stream trading 1 or 2 micros probably. Come on, baby, pop it up. Let's go. Pop it. Take it to that VWAP. You got it. You can do it. Punch it now. Come on. What was that? Come on. Get up there. Punch it up. So hard to hold at this point. You just want to cash out. There's only 6 points to go. Come on. Last time I cashed out, it dumped all the way. I'm not going to cash out this time, or am I? There we go. That's what I was talking about. Again, let's recap what that was. That was my A+. I'm talking A+ reversal situation. Yeah. Why was it A+? Because look what happened. We had a few factors, okay? We had a few factors that made that an A+ reversal. Price tested a key level that it was drawn to. It was drawn to this pivot. It showed buying going on, and then there was an area of value that it could have returned to, and it did. So that was, let's look at the 15 minute. I anticipate next week, I'm going to place a buy stop above this and anticipate a return to the 200, which is another area of value, okay? That's my next trade. I go in about 15, 25. Let's go in about 25,601 to try to get to 25,637. All right. I think it wants to rotate higher and higher. All right. My thesis with this trade is a continued rotation to value, in this case the 200 EMA. Let's look at the 15-minute chart. Look at all the buying that happened down here after it tested this pivot point. Now, if it can, and look at all the bears who've just gotten decimated with this buying. This may be forming a 2-bar bearish engulfing. There still are 20 seconds left in the candle, but I'd like to see it close above this one. Might not. It might just hang out around the VWAP that we just targeted. But if it's likely that it pops up and takes this 200. All right. See if we continue the move higher. This is my 15-minute chart. If we get tagged in, I'm going to be targeting 637. That'll be about 30 points. See if it tags us in. Or if it decides to chop around now that it's had these mega moves in the first 45 minutes. Certainly better price action in the past few days. That cannot be debated. Cannot be debated, cannot be questioned. So here's how I've done so far today. For those who are watching, had a rough start, but, and keep in mind, you know, I mean, this is a sim account, but I mean, and these are the other two accounts I can't really trade today because you can only make 1,500 a day when you're trying to reach your goal of 53, or you'll have to make more than 53. So this was a funny story on this account. Last night I actually had a lot more, and I was trying to lose to get it below 1,500, and I couldn't lose, and it was ticking me off because every trade I made would go against me immediately. So sort of a funny story. Well guys, I've caught several A+ trades today. I'm really happy to have seen that one. If there was one trade I could pick to make a living from, that would rank up there. There are a few others, but that's one of my favorites. Well, it's getting late in the session for me. It's about nap time. They're like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I know. Got a big day today. Got some things I gotta prepare for. Well, let's see this last trade through. I think we're gonna get a pop to the 200. Looking good. Looking likely. I'm gonna go get a coffee. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Oh! Think about liquidity. All right, we back. Oh, we got fresh coffee, the elixir of life. Next up, I'm thinking we could get a pop back to the 200. Look what happened here on this earlier one. We had the dump that tested this pivot point, and then a huge reversal back to the VWAP. That was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Great price action, great movement so far. Now, does it stall out? I mean, price is already back at an area of value. It's already at the VWAP. But does it want to seek another area of value, which would be the 200? I think we're about to get tagged in. I'll put my stop at 532.25 and target 637. Okay, let's see what happens here. So far, we've had a rotation back to buy-side liquidity. But does it stall here around the 21 EMA? Or does it keep popping? I think we get a rotation. It's pretty likely. Let's see. Got a little selling back at that pivot point, but it's already been tested once, so doesn't hold quite the sway that it did on the first test. About to get tagged in. Okay, let's place our take profit about 37. Place our stop loss about right there. Let's see what happens. I think we're going to get a pop. It's looking good so far. All right, come on. The goal here is to see it go back to just beneath the 200 EMA. So far, so good. But there's also a breakout pullback area here that it could encounter some resistance from. But we're off to a good start on this trade. See, this is the 15-minute. I'm going to add in at 619, 637 is still the target. We'll run some stops of these bears who are trying to short maybe. See, they want to short, but it's not the best place to short yet. The best place usually is right at an area of value it returns to. So I think they'll take it back up to just beneath the 200, and then we might see some more shorting going on. Pop it up there, baby. Let's go. Come on. Now let's run some shorts on this candle. Take it to just beneath the 200. All right, we're in 14 now. My idea is that it goes back to just beneath the 200. Let's see if that happens. Been good so far. Let's see if I can hold it all the way, or if I chicken out even on a sim account. I want to put my stop about right there. If I was trading real money. See if they can pop it up. We've got about 12 more points to go. "20 seconds left in this candle. See if they take it to the promised land. Been good so far. It's a pretty bullish candle. Pop it up. Finish the drill. Come on. Don't want to see a reversal here, but might happen. Never know. The odds are though that it goes to just beneath the 200. Those are the odds. Come on, guys. Day 637. See, there's the 15-minute. What would be a heartbreaker is if they sell it all the way and then it makes a double bottom. But that could happen too. 55. Let's see though. Back on the 5-minute execution, some buying came in, but it's looking a little suspect. Let's see if they can pop it up before they short it again. That's what I'm hoping. Good buying so far. So the people that just shorted now are feeling the pain. And if it takes the stop losses above this candle, it has a real good chance of popping up. But you know, they could dump it just as easily, make a huge double bottom with the move we had earlier today. But it's so close to the 200 EMA that, in my opinion, pretty likely that it pops up there before it goes lower. See. Okay, come on, bulls. Finish the drill. About 15 more points. About 2.5 minutes left in this candle. Just sort of hanging around. Want to see a bullish pop. A little bit higher, about 10 more points. Let's go. Come on, baby. Pop it up. Bears are being stubborn. Higher time frame is still bullish. There's the level of value I'm targeting. Looking good. It just needs to have that final little push. Come on now. Come on. Get up there. $12 points. I'm not asking for too much. The 15-minute, want to see it get to 37. Want to see the buyers take it to just beneath the 200, and then we'll probably see some more selling come in if they don't push it down first. Come on, buyers. So we were up on this trade, and now we're down substantially. Let's see if some buyers can come in the final 30 seconds of this candle, or if we get stopped out. "13 seconds to go." All right, so rotate back down or pop to the 200. Let's see. If it gets above here, that's sort of like a bull flag. See, little consolidation. So if they run these stops, it should get that pop, but they could keep taking it down too, which is what I'm afraid of. Yeah, it's all right. Let's see. It's not over yet, but certainly not going in the direction I wish it were. Now you have to think, what if it does start heading lower? Just like we had all of this buy-side liquidity on this reversal earlier, look at all the sell-side liquidity it has to take. It could form a huge double bottom. But we were earlier about 10 points away from our take profit, and now we're on the verge of getting stopped out. It's just what happens sometimes. Very irritating, but it happens. What would be real irritating for the bears is if this got reversed and taken to the 200, so that could still happen too, but we'll just see. Looks like the bears are coming out of their cave. You still in stall too? See if the bulls can finally pop it up. Not looking that way. IBL and IBH have been set. I'll draw those up in a minute after this trade concludes one way or the other. Right now it's just sort of chopping around. I was wanting to see the push up to the 200 in quick order, but what I want doesn't always happen. Just like life. It is encouraging to see some buyers coming in. Now let's see if they can finish the job and pop it to the 200. See that long lower wick? That means there's buying coming in right there. It did test that 21 EMA. Now the question is, do they continue to push it to the 200, or do sellers take it lower beneath the 21? About 20 seconds left in this candle. Looks like the bears are coming out of their cave. Yeah, I'm gonna get stopped out, no problem. Fine. Go ahead, finish me off, please. Make it a mercy killing. Don't leave me hanging. What would be really funny is if buying came in and then they finally did end up popping it to the 200 for those people who were short for the past 2 bars. We'll see. It could do that. I could salvage this trade. If it gets a pop above this candle, it could actually go to the high of that candle. Let's see what happens. That's if it can make a bull push. I might still get stopped out. Yeah. See. There we go. Well guys, overall a fun day on the stream. I'm gonna call it here. I'll mark up the IBL and IBH for you. Looks like we have the potential, I think. See, price got pretty close to the 200. It couldn't quite finish it. That's all right. I got my A+ set up. I'm pretty happy about that. We might get a further rotation to sell side liquidity. If that happens, guys, look to buy again and target another level of value above. So your IBL is going to be right here. Excuse me, your IBH. That's the high we made in the first hour of trading. The low would be right here at that pivot point. Well guys, looks like after our initial great movement, we might be in for some chops, so be careful. Be humble. Be thankful.